Before we create a project, let's take a look at an existing one. This is a project overview dashboard for a project in silico conducted on opioid use disorder treatment outcomes. This project is owned by Insilica and is public. We uploaded 413 articles, included 106, excluded 238. There were 70 conflicts, but one was resolved. There are 5 members of this project, 3 of which actually did review. As I start to scroll down, you can see a prediction histogram on the left. This histogram depicts Sysrev's prediction for whether or not an article will be included. The farther to the right, the more confident Sysrev is that it will be included. Green bars represent articles that were manually included by humans, and red bars represent articles that were manually excluded by humans. On the right, there is a bar chart depicting the extracted Boolean and categorical labels. As you can see, in this project, we were interested in which type of outcomes were being measured in OUD treatment clinical trials. If I click on any one of the options, say retention, I'm automatically redirected to the articles page of this Sysrev project with the filter for that option. Has confirmed outcome with value retention from any user. So this is showing a filtered list of the 58 articles that were labeled with retention. Sure enough, if I click Display Labels, I can see retention for each article. One interesting thing about Sysrev filters is that the URLs are hard-coded. That is, you can share the URL for the retention filter, and whoever opens the link will be taken to the same list. As new articles are labeled with retention, the filter is automatically updated. Filters are also applied to Sysrev exports. This is a great way to share subsets of articles based on content. Removing the filter returns us to the 413 articles that were imported. If I click on Add Manage Articles, as you can see, since I'm not a member of this project, the Sources tab is in Read-Only view. So let's switch accounts. In this account, I can see a few more options. First, I could add new documents, or I could disable current sources. Back to the Articles tab. As you can see, Sysrev defaults to the review standard of 2 reviewers per article, plus a 3rd reviewer when there is a conflict. This can be changed in the project settings. Let's skip the Data tab, as it will shortly be renamed the Services tab, as well as the Users tab, which contains a list of the project's members and gives 2 avenues for inviting more members. The Analytics tab, available only to Sysrev Premium users, calculates concordance for each Boolean label, with more label types to come. Concordance tracking makes it easier for project administrators to notice and manage issues early on in the review process. The Review tab lets us review, but this project is currently complete. And finally, the Manage tab opens a series of sub-tabs. We have already seen the Sources tab. Label Definitions lets the users define which types of data are to be extracted. Here we have the default inclusion Boolean, as well as a custom categorical label. The Export page has a number of export types. The Compensation page allows premium users to pay their reviewers on a per article basis. And finally, the Settings page. The Settings page allows members to view and administrators to change the project's titles, settings, and user permissions. Public and private we have discussed. Article review priority dictates the strategy by which Sysrev delivers articles. Single means that every article will be reviewed once before any is reviewed twice. Full means that every article will be reviewed by every eligible reviewer before a new article is reviewed. And balanced is, well, a balance. This option allows researchers to prioritize speed, which is useful for machine learning models, versus completeness, which is required for systematic reviews. Allow unlimited reviewers tells Sysrev how many reviewers should review each article. No means that Sysrev will default to 2 reviewers per article based on the priority above. So single article priority plus no unlimited reviewer practically means that each article is reviewed once. Yes unlimited article reviewers means that every member of the project will review each article. 10 members, 10 articles, 100 reviews. This is quite useful for classroom or educational settings. Lastly, label blinding. Turning this option on blinds all the labels, ensuring that no reviewers are able to peek while doing their review. Lastly, on the right, I can see which users have which permissions and adjust accordingly.